Shri Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ji also spoke on the bill, sir. One, of course, he was kind enough to note what he called my activities around the world. I appreciate that very much. I want to inform the House, sir, through you, that I was in New York to chair the UN Security Council, which is a matter of great pride for all of India. And the two issues which came up were the reformed multilateralism and counter-terrorism, both, that is UNSC reform and counter-terrorism, both of which are very, very important and subject of national consensus in this House. He referred to the G20 issue. It is outside the purview of the bill, but I want to tell him that this is a moment when the world is looking for Indian leadership. So if the world values India's leadership, I would urge all sections of India, including because something is rotational doesn't mean you are not valued. So then sir, sir, in passing, the honourable member also suggested government is indifferent, he used the word, indifferent to China. So I want to say something, sir. If we were indifferent to China, who sent the Indian army to the borders to defend our borders? If we were indifferent to China, why are we today pressing China on disengagement and de-escalation? Why are we saying publicly that our ties are not normal? So we have no problem if there is political differences, if there is even political criticism. I have heard sometimes that my own understanding needs to be deepened. When I see who is giving the advice, I can only bow in respect. But I think we should not directly or indirectly criticize our Jawans. Yeah. When our Jawans, sir, are standing, sir, our Jawans are standing, sir, in Yangtze, in Yangtze at 13,000 feet. Yeah. At 13,000 feet, they are standing there defending our border. They do not deserve to have the word pitai. The word pitai should not be used for our Jawans, sir. Sir, our Jawans are standing their ground, so they should be respected, they should be honored, they should be appreciated. This is not something which is appropriate. So then, sir, let me come to the bill. One is the penalty, the graded penalties which apply. The graded penalties apply. There's no confusion out here. For certain offences, death can apply. For certain offences, life imprisonment can apply. Certain offences, 10 years will apply. Certain offences, 14 years will apply. The court will decide which of these offences come under which category. We have also now joined the combined maritime force based in Bahrain. Shri Manish Tiwari ji had raised that issue. The matter had been under consideration, but we came to the conclusion that the benefits of joining were more than of not joining. And in fact, for the first time, one of our ships has taken part in an exercise called Operation Southern Readiness as part of the CMF. We have also engaged with regional navies. We have engaged with foreign friendly countries. We have done EEZ surveillance. We have done coordinated patrols. We have created a maritime domain awareness system. And we have a fusion center in Gurugram, which actually gets data from the entire Indian Ocean area so that there is better maritime security. Then, sir, the issue of our fishermen was also raised. I think Sumati ji raised it. Now, I was, sir, in a dilemma when she brought up the issue, because she said that Government of India is giving stepmotherly treatment because Tamil fishermen and fishermen of the Gujarat coast are treated differently. Now, I am a Tamil elected from Gujarat, and I was really not sure which side of the picture I give, because the other side would react. So I want to I want to give a win-win answer, sir.
वो तमिल के गुजरात से चुनकर आए हैं।
तो सर संसद को मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ सर, मैं खाली आंकड़े दूंगा, तो it is for the House to judge, and I am taking from 2014 because that is when the Gujarat argument started. So from 2014, the number of Indian fishermen released from Sri Lanka are 2,835. The number of Indian fishermen released from Pakistan apprehended off Gujarat coast is 2,165. So 670 more Tamil fishermen have been released after 2014. So I want you to, the honourable member sir, to be very reassured. There is no stepmotherly treatment. In fact, there is very good fatherly treatment. Yes. And I sir want to make a very serious point here. If there is any government, any leader, any prime minister who has given attention to the problems of the Tamil fishermen, it is Narendra Modi. Yes. It is Narendra Modi because we have during his government set up a mechanism with the Sri Lankans to take up fishing issues. He has himself spoken to the President and Prime Minister of Sri Lanka on repeated occasions. He has asked me to deal with the Minister of Fisheries and other ministers on this matter. And the fact is, sir, that if today fishermen apprehended in Sri Lanka are being released, let us be clear, they are not released because somebody in Chennai is writing letters. They are released because somebody in Delhi is taking up the matter. So I would not like this to become for us. Fishermen are fishermen, please, whether they are in our southern coast, whether they are a western coast, yes, whether they are a eastern coast. We will treat them all equally as our citizens. I would like all members to be reassured on this matter. If I can move on, sir, to my...
will be there.
So I can...
अभी तमिल और गुजरात संगम चल रहा है, बैठ जाइए.
Sir, I would also then move to the next issue, sir, which is the issue which many members raised about whether there should be the consent of or consultation with Chief Justices when specifying designated courts. In this matter, sir, we were guided by the Ministry of Law and Justice, citing precedents. And the precedents are the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 and the National Investigation Act 2008. In both cases, special courts were set up. In both cases, this were done with consultation of the Chief Justice of the High Court concerned. So I want to say that we followed that particular precedent. Then we came, sir, to the issue of various ministries. I think members wanted to know, have the roles of different ministries been defined? I want to assure them that there are already standard operating procedures and contingency plans. Depending on the situation, Ministry of Shipping has its own plans and SOPs. Ministry of Defence, Navy has its own. And our effort in the Ministry of External Affairs is to coordinate it. So again, I would like the members to be assured that this is being taken care of. Then, sir, I would like to, with those broad remarks, I would like to address some specific concerns which individual members had made. I will start, sir, with Shri Manish Tiwari ji. He had sought an amendment to the title of the bill saying Maritime Anti-Piracy Bill, not Anti-Maritime Piracy Bill. I want to assure him that is part of the government amendment. It has been taken care of. Regarding the Combined Maritime Task Force, I have already spoken about it. We have weighed the pros and cons and decided to become a member. He spoke about what we are doing to ensure greater security in the Western Indian Ocean and Arabian Sea. I want to assure him that we are working with our various partners in the region and our maritime cooperation there has become very much stronger. The death sentence issue I have already dealt with. He had referred to the word, there was a word, sir, in clause 4 on the word counsel, and he felt the word counsel was not the right word. we agree with him. The government amendment has replaced counsel with conspire. Then there was a concern he expressed that under clause 9, Indian nationals on board a foreign ship may have been hurt due to piracy, and we do not have the jurisdiction to try that. So we have removed that provision so that problem is not there. The presumption issue I have already answered. So in regard to the issues pertaining to the bill, I have responded to the concerns that he has raised. Finally, sir, on the bilateral extradition and bilateral arrangement, I think Sri Adhiranjan Chaudhary ji has a very valid point. It is something we have covered under Article 14. I certainly appreciate what he said, that on this issue, the issue of countering piracy, there is a sense of unanimity in the House. So I hope that the entire House will support the bill.